What's going on, guys? Super new to using StreamYard, so I have no idea to know if anyone's on here right now. So give me a second while I try and figure this out. But yeah, all right, cool. So I'll just give everyone a second to join in. I know I didn't do a great job of advertising this, but I definitely wanted to take a moment to just give everybody an opportunity that wants to really check out CherryCharts 2.0 and really start to understand some of the new features that we threw into the platform. So yeah, I'm just gonna give everyone a second to hop in and then really just dive into kind of what's going on with CherryCharts 2.0. Really demonstrate some of the new features that we implemented with this new version, and answer any questions or whatever anybody that has. So I'll just give it a couple more seconds. So welcome to everybody that's hopping on. Super pumped to have everybody on here today and get into it. So yeah. And as I'm going along, if you have any questions about the platform or VV in general, like any analytics questions, more than happy to get into it with people. So, really free form, free flowing. So, all right. All right, I'm just gonna get started now, and as people hop in, if anyone has questions or whatever, more than happy to get into it with them. So, yeah. All right, cool. So this is CherryCharts 2.0. If you sign in from the home page, which I have right here, this is what you're looking at when you hop into the home page. You're gonna be signing in right here, and yeah. So once you sign in, you're gonna come to here. Todd is the home screen you're gonna hit when you sign in, and so right off the bat, a lot more clean. I know a lot of people, if you had CherryCharts 1.0, you were going to see that filter section right up at the top. So that's been moved into the corner to really give you the opportunity to go ahead and see the whole screen at the same time. And we wanted people to be able to see the filters still, but not have to always see it if you really want to dive into the graph. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and show you is where the filters are. So the filters section, this is a lot of what we had. We've made it a little bit cleaner though, so everybody has an opportunity to really, hey, what's going on, man? So to really go ahead and understand, dive into like every individual thing. So if you're a seasoned person, I know a lot of people that have been here from the very beginning are big season one people. They see the potential in the season one stuff. So you can go into season one. Obviously, there was no comics back then, so it's only gonna be collectibles. But you can just click comics or collectibles. Just go into comics here. You have all of them here. Very easy to use. If you're an Amazing Spider-Man fan, then you can just type it in, nice and easy. And as you see, like it's gonna pop up really quick for you. Obviously, it's comics. You can select by rarity. So, if you want to have just a couple of different brands, I know like a lot of people, which ones are the rare? Obviously, they all follow the same suit, but it's easy to get them confused. Everyone knows True Believer, but after that, it gets a little confusing. So you can just go ahead and change your rarity, like right here, if you're only interested in the ultra rares, and just go ahead and do that. Obviously, you can see the graph all at the same time, which is really important while you're messing around with the filters. And this is a cool thing that didn't really work that well, and we actually do have to make a quick modification to this. But you can now specifically target very, very interesting features like. If you only want to see things that have, so right here, we're seeing that of what we're seeing right now, between 31 and 52 is the current volume that's on the marketplace right now. So if you want to go ahead and shorten that a bit, you can see which two are between 31 and 42. Super, super easy. And then, how many total editions were released, obviously. And then one thing that I have gotten a question before, and so just really want to show you guys real quick on this. If you want to change between the NFTs you're looking at, it's super, super easy. And really all you're changing is what's highlighted and what current volume you're looking at. So if you want to change that, all you have to do is change it right here. And it's going to change which volumes you're looking at. So that way it's super clean. You really know what you're diving into here. So if you want to clear all, obviously clear it right here. Really easy to switch between stuff too, like Batman black and white. That's going to load up really quick for you. It's going to load all the NFTs immediately. Just a quick note, season and category don't currently load anything because that would load everything onto the actual graph. So, but what we do have is anything below that. So if I were to load another brand like Powerpuff Girls, for example, that's going to come right up immediately on your screen, and you can just click out. Or if you want to take out a series, for example, perhaps you only like season 1 and 2, you can X those out and just look at the rares and ultra rares. That's totally okay. Super easy to use. And if you kind of change your mind on that, you can just hit the X button, dive back into seasons 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is a really cool thing. This is something I'm super excited about. So now this graph is a lot more interactable than it ever was before. So, you can go ahead and stretch this out or in as much as you want, and it's going to scale exactly the way that you intend to look at it. Obviously, this is helpful. You can change via time down here, but you can also, just change it right here. Super easy to do, and you'll be able to see the dates. The other thing is that you can do it from right here, and you can move it around here, and you can drag this graph around however you want to do it. So you have a lot of points here. So one of the things that were pointed out is linear versus logarithmic views. So we actually implemented it so you can see both. First of all, if you're looking at it right here and you want to, so you can obviously switch between them. If you want to get back to where you were before, you can really just go back to fit graph right here. It's going to pop you right back to the original view. Another thing, like I said, linear versus logarithmic, sometimes it's really helpful to see in terms of scale, that Rizzo and Todd really are far beyond what the other ones are. But it's really challenging to look at some of these smaller things. You can scroll, as you can see, and it's a little bit more challenging to take a look here. So the other thing we have here is you can, right here, these 3 dots, you can go ahead and click that. And this is going to change it to a logarithmic view. So obviously not to scale, but at least now you have the opportunity to really go ahead and see everything on the same graph, no matter how expensive the things you're looking at are. And this is just for ease of use. Some people have a preference either way, to each their own. So yeah, this is the main graph. Just wanted to go ahead and show the fact that you can select around here. So moving on to CherryPicks. So I know CherryPicks looks a little bit different than it did on CherryCharts 1.4, and this is really intentional. We've now taken the filter section that we had before, and we're now applying it here to the actual to the CherryPicks. So you could sort by highest and lowest in terms of percent change, and you could change between comics and collectibles. And I'll go ahead and show you real quick what that looks like. Really easy here. And you could always do, of course, there was the 1 day and the 1 week, so you can change that here. And of course, selecting just comics or just collectibles. But we wanted to really make this as useful as we possibly could for the people that are hopping on here and just want to get into the really nitty gritty. Everything is sortable. So market cap, you can sort by market cap, previous prices, current prices, percent changes, all of that. But also, 1 month to date, we're on 4/3, so that's not going to be super helpful for you. But really just however you want to take a look at the data. So, again, just going into it, if you want to take a look at Batman Black and White based off of percent change, it looks like in the last week, 3 of them are positive, the rest of them are negative. Or, you can have a much broader view. And I know I said earlier that season and category doesn't load for everything, but for CherryPicks, this is not the case. For CherryPicks, everything loads. And so you can hop in and just select comics and see everything over the last 1 month, how have they been performing. And it looks like over the last month, not too well. But some of them, some in terms of percent change, but obviously, you can hop around, and in the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot better improvement. So, just depends on, and also really depends on how are you investing as an individual? Are you looking in terms of, day to day? Are you flipping these regularly, or are you actually trying to hold on to these and seeing how they're performing over time? So, same exact, a lot of people from CherryCharts 1.4 are really big fans of the filters. And so we really wanted to make sure that we're using that same system and give users as much opportunity as they can to really mess around and see exactly what information they want, change by rarity, secret rare, everything they could possibly want to do, and really hone in their search. The meta table, again, this is pretty much the same as it was in 1.4, although we do have the images. A lot of people asked for the images, so we made sure that we threw that in here for CherryCharts 2.0. So, for the image, for here, this is really your hub. If you're really trying to understand, how many were released. I know a lot of people have questions about that, especially for the comics. We're looking at that. Is it the standard kind of 60,000, or is it something else? How many editions? What was the list price? Is there any edition types tied to it? This is just a hub, so everything that you could want to know when it was released is all in one central location for you. And then, again, though, if we've carried over that filter section. So if you do want to filter through stuff and just look at a particular portion of any of the tokens that are on Vivi, this is your opportunity to do so and really just play around with everything here. So this is the market cap breakdown. So a lot of people, and this is really interesting. So this is the kind of summary table right here where you can see this. I just have to refresh my page. I don't want to do that though right now for the stream, just in case I get signed out. But yeah, so this is going to be your summary, so you can really take a look and where were we 6 months ago, where are we today, typically, etc. And this is just going to give you a really 10,000-foot view of what's going on. But hey, what's going on, Jose? Good to see you. Something really interesting that we've kind of heard people talk about, we really wanted to highlight here, is the change in terms of months, but the change in the weeks, right? People a lot of times, when is the best time for me to sell my collectible? When is the best time to buy? So the whole point of this calendar right here is to allow you to view trends between comics and collectibles and try and hash out your own strategies for when the best time is for you to, buy and sell in the market, and really have as much data as you possibly can to make a smart decision. So, flipping through here, obviously really color coded just so it's really easy for you to see which overall positive days and negative days, and then breaking it down further into the comics and collectibles. Super easy to flip through. Obviously the symbols right here, but just to give you an idea of how the market cap is moving throughout the week, or throughout the weeks and months. So this is the MCP maximizer. Again, should be something that's familiar to anybody that used 1.4. But this is an opportunity to really, if a lot of people have talked about this, and I've made a post about this, and I think it's a really important thing for us to talk about as Vivi looks to really incentivize the people that are using their platform. They're going to really want to go ahead and hone in on making sure that people that are holding long-term are actually getting the benefits, especially during the drops. A lot of people have brought this up with any bot issues that have come up. So in order to do that, you can certainly go ahead and do some calculations, but we've made it really easy for you right here. If you want to figure out the best set, I'm showing it right here. All you have to do, this is obviously the worst set, but if you want to see the best sets to get, this includes the set bonus. You're going to go ahead and see all of that right here, and just have a better understanding of what you can do to really maximize your points on a daily basis. And and that's going to just be really powerful to make sure that you can get the most out of your the drops and stuff like that, or any other things that they actually release. So just going to take a quick second. So the last, this is a big one. This is a lot of people have requested this. This is the Cherry Tracker. And this is your opportunity to finally take all the data that we have. I know some people, I've gotten a couple messages. People are saying, hey, I've been taking the data and I've been writing it down and calculating this in spreadsheets. It's a lot of work. I totally get it. So this is your opportunity to now actually track what you are using on a day-to-day basis. And so, or what you currently hold on a day-to-day basis. So really easy. By the way, none of this is right. If you take a look at the mint numbers, this is just a demo to show people how it works. But if you want to add something, just go ahead and Jim Lee Joker edition 1, 2, 3. When you purchased it, let's say we bought it today, etc. Say we got a really good deal off the market. And this is going to go ahead and just save all the information in one central location for you. Again, all the sorting options that you would typically have. Also, so another thing that people have brought up in the past that we really wanted to address in the tracker is some people want to have that itemized list, right? They want to see every single collectible they have, when they bought it, how much they bought it for, etc. Other people are more interested in the whole, right? They buy 100 common comics, and they just want to have that opportunity to just dive into those specific ones. So we have both the group tracker and the individual tracker here. And this is really just to make it easy. If you want to see that itemized list, all of the details that you can possibly want to know about it, you can see it right here. And then if you just want to see overall, you have 2 partner statues, which ones are lowest edition, how many do you have total, what's the total value of them. That's what the group tracker is here for. So that's that's what the tracker is doing. You can obviously you can edit anything if you make a mistake what you're adding. You can just go ahead and change it right here. Very easy to use, and also delete. So yeah, and then the last button is just the ability to log out. Oh, and of course filters. So the filters we've brought all the way through. I know a lot of people are really enjoy the filters. And so if you are someone that really likes the filters and likes to really narrow down what you're the most interested in, this is the perfect tool for you to just really dive into, really any of the tools that 2.0 offers to make it specific to you. So yeah, that's good. Just a quick overview of the platform. I know some people have hopped in and out. If anybody has any questions, I'd love to answer them. I can definitely talk for a bit. I don't know who's online right now. I know Jose, you had messaged me. Oh, Jose, you'd messaged me about if you're still on. I know you'd messaged me earlier about the mint numbers. So yeah, if you're tracking your mint numbers, this is a really easy way to do it right here in the tracker. But in terms of, I know there's been some discussion about mint numbers. I just want to really your thoughts on mint numbers. Yeah, absolutely. So this is something that's been discussed by the community a bit. And I'll start by saying this, at the end of the day in a marketplace, the most important thing to think about, or at the end of the day, what you have, the value of what you have is only worth as much as someone's willing to pay. And so, if you value certain specific mint numbers in general, like years of certain things, or maybe your birthday, for example, people aren't necessarily going to buy into that. The other important thing to know is that, when you have a low mint number that you're selling for a premium, they're going to be less liquid, right? Because you're now selling something that's more expensive. So if somebody just wants to get in, they're going to pay the floor price. So you do have less liquidity when you have low mint numbers that you're trying to sell in the market. But ultimately, yeah, taking a look at the market right now, it's really clear that mint numbers are accepted. If you go in the market 2, 3, 4, 5 times the asking price. In terms of the liquidity, it's not the same. It's not 1-to-1 floor price to mint numbers, but certainly if you have a lower mint number and you list that at the floor, you're definitely going to have a better opportunity of selling that. Or if you sell it for a little bit higher than the floor, people will go ahead and just buy that because it has more buying power. So I really, I know there's definitely been some debate about where is that threshold that you start to have of, where's the threshold of when it's valuable to have that low mint number or not. But ultimately, we've seen time and time again in the marketplace that, and throughout pretty much the existence of VeVe, low mint numbers do matter, and they're worth adding to your portfolio because they do grow exponentially in comparison to those floor prices. So yeah, definitely. And Sean's a big, Sean's very big. Comics and Crypto is big into pointing out those low mints, especially for the comics, right? When you have something that doesn't deteriorate like the regular comics, people are now looking for a new way to determine what is a new way that I can distinguish my current collectible or comic to other people's comic or collectible. And in OpenSea where you have generative art, that's the easiest way is to, the different either really cool characteristics that people are really after, or characteristics either that are really cool, or characteristics that, based off of statistics, how many people have gotten them. But when you have these NFTs that all of them are the same, all of them are intellectual property, that's why people are actually really interested in these mid numbers, is because at the end of the day, they want to make sure that they have a way to distinguish that value, and that's the easiest way to do so. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. I know it was a little bit long-winded, but let me know. And I know some people have come in and out, so if there's any features that anybody wants me to go back to and just take a quick look at, more than happy to kind of show it off to anybody here. All right, it might be a short stream. That's totally all right. I didn't do a great job of advertising this, but I definitely did want to hop on and just give people a quick overview of the platform, and just kind of understand some of the new features that were included in this. And I guess the last thing I'll just really add to the people I got here late. Can you show how to track our total value? Oh yeah, of course, man. Yeah, and just like one really quick thing is, like, at the end of the day, everything that we're doing here at CherryCharts is a reflection of what the community is asking for us. So, everything that you guys recommend to us, everything you talk to us about, we really take it to heart. We really listen to everybody. So, if there's something on here that's not on here right now, or something you want to go ahead and improve with us, please just shoot me a message on via email, or on Facebook Messenger. I'm on there a lot, and we're really looking forward to working with people. Hey, what's up, VV Fox? And work with people to really make this the best experience we possibly can for our users. So definitely want to just throw that out there, that this is not a static project. We already have a lot of things in queue that we're working on right now, but also most of the things that we've implemented in 2.0 are things that have been directly asked of us. And we're going to continue to do that along with the other ideas that we have as well. Yeah, so can you show us how to track your total value? Absolutely. So, really easy. Like I said, this is not my collection. If I had a Becky Cloonan edition #2, I'd be pretty excited. There's some pretty decent mints. I don't have a Marvel Comics #1 either. I do have a partners though, good mint partners. But hey, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, so if you're looking to add anything to your collection, and this is gonna cancel out. Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Totally get it. Hope you and your family are doing well. And I know that they're probably a handful, so don't worry about it. So if you're trying to add anything, super easy. Just go in here, whatever you want to add. I'll pick something else. We're just gonna add a Donnie to the collection because, why not? Edition number 100, and this is I just want to throw this out there real quick. You do not have to fill out all this information. If you're somebody that, or maybe you just have a Marvel Comics, maybe you were smart back in the day and you had Marvel Comics #1 classic cover, and you bought a sell wall, and you did it on the first, and you were quick and you bought them all for $10. Imagine being able to get a Marvel Comics for $10 right now, and you just want to get them for the market. You can just add that information, right? Any information you don't include is just not going to show up. This is an opportunity for you if you're meticulous. You want to know where you got it, a trade, the market, from the drop, how much you got it. And the only thing that's required, obviously, is for you to select the actual NFT you got. Everything else is up to you. Myself, I like that the more data that I can possibly have in front of me, the better. Helps me to make decisions, understand. Obviously, if you don't put in what your purchase price is, it's not going to be able to calculate your total value. But there's really no. You can use this as much as you want, and right now you can add multiple Marvel Comics #1 if you want. We're going to make this a little bit easier. That's in the queue, but go ahead, and then every day you're going to be able to say, was your total unrealized gain loss, which is how much money essentially, if you sold everything right now at floor price, how much would you get it for? And then this does not, by the way, take into account low mints. I know I just talked about low mints. But yeah, and then also breaks it down. What's the actual total value of what you have, both comics and collectibles here? So really easy. And I'm not going to say too much because I wanna over deliver for you guys, and I don't want to promise anything that we have some pretty challenging things that are we're looking at for the Cherry Tracker, but this is just for us right now. This is really just the base model, along with a bunch of other things. Like we are very, very serious about improving these and making them super, super useful for you guys. So, we plan to make it a really powerful tool for the community, everyone using it. So, that's amazing. I have all that info on a spreadsheet now. I can transfer that info. Yeah, man, definitely go ahead and transfer that information. It's going to update regularly for you. And once you get it over, this is, like I said, without saying too much, this is just the start of what we plan to implement. I know that there is something in the app right now, but know that it will be worth your time to go ahead and put the information in here now, because it's going to be really awesome. Does it include market fees when selling in the valuation? No, so it does not. This does not consider the market fees when you're selling. It doesn't include the transfer fee out too. It gets a little bit. The reason we decided to just go with the total, the true value, as opposed to the selling fees and the the selling fee and the transfer out fees. What you do and don't want to include, it gets a little murky. It's a little bit easier. Just like if you were to sell a painting at an auction house, your painting could still be worth $1 million, but if the auction house takes 10% of that, it doesn't change the valuation of it. Definitely something. I have a notepad here because I was hoping people would definitely say something if any ideas or whatever. It's something that we definitely can consider. But yeah, so this does not take into consider, to answer your question, those fees as of right now. How about access? I try and says can't access report your current account. Are you logging into CherryCharts 2.0 or 1.4? If you're accessing CherryCharts 2.0, I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick what you should do. So this is the website right here. As you can see, this has been updated since we posted these images. I'm obsessed with improving stuff, so you'll see that. So if you are trying to access it and you're a current member, you're going to go to log in, and then from there, anybody that has an account, this should be really streamlined. All you're going to do is hit forgot password and type in the email address that you use to access 1.4, or if you were a beta tester, you're going to go here and click forgot password, type in your email address, hit send. You'll then just receive an email, ask you to make your own password, and from there, you're going to have access to CherryCharts version 2.0. So it's I've said this, but just to reiterate, this is not CherryCharts 2.0. The reason it's 2.0, we skipped a couple of numbers in between, is this is not building off of the previous platform. We literally overhauled, started from scratch, whole new system to really, we have a very long-term vision for what this is going to look like. And so we knew with the parameters we were working with that it wouldn't be possible with the platform we were using. So we've completely rebuilt the entire thing. So it's actually really, really powerful and super scalable for the community. As much information as we can get in the coming months, this platform is going to be able to handle it. The features, the data, the processing, all of it. It's been really built to handle all of that, to scale really well and be super, super useful for you guys. So, yeah. So let me know, Jose, if you if you have any other questions, definitely shoot me a message afterwards. But if your account is active, I can't check that right now, but I can check that offline if your account's active. I was trying to open it now. I'm trying to, it says email's not registered. Yeah, we can take a look. There might it might be that your account's not active right now, but we can certainly take a look at that offline and figure out what's going on there. I'm always more than willing to help out and figuring stuff out like that. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, I've been super excited about working on this. I've been working on this for the last several months, and to finally, it takes a while because every time we get a new iteration, very excited to change this and that. But at the end of the day, like I'm, definitely shoot me a message, man. I've just been super excited about getting this new version in front of you, and then from here, we're just going to continue to build and really deliver the best product we can for all of our users. So, definitely really excited to get this out and then, build upon it. So, yeah, does anybody have any other questions? Anything that you missed? Anything you want me to repeat? Show me. I think I've showed. I've answered some of the questions about changing between the actual individual NFTs and how to use the filters. Changing between linear and logarithmic graphs. Let me see. I think I covered everything. I'm trying to think. I always think of things after I sign off. So I'm just trying to go through this real quick. Looks great. Excited. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm not sure if you heard me, but you can just go to the register to the forgot password, and you should be able to get right in. And obviously, if you have any problems, any questions, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to help out with that. I think I've covered everything, but I'm going to stay on for just a couple more seconds if anybody has any more questions, and then anybody that wants to hop off and ask any questions or anything like that, I'm more than happy to help. So yeah, all right. I think I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks everybody that was able to tune in. Next time I'll do a better job of trying to get some more people in here. But definitely just wanted to hop on, answer some questions, which I was able to do here, and I'll be in touch with everybody. So everybody take care, enjoy your Sunday, and we'll be in touch. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.